Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, otherwise known as a leFhy or a leaf blower or a Fifi La Pew Pew, and that's what it says on the side of the can. Yes, it's on the side of the vehicle. Another of Sir Rusty's skins. Well, this Arty is on the west spawn of El Halluf under the command of Zin 1983. Now, this is the premium Arty that most non-Arty players fear, and the reason for it is really the fact that it has got a very fast fire rate. It can fire once every 9 to 10 seconds, depending on how you set up the crew and the equipment. Now, it's actually designed on the Char B1, and it's got a German howitzer mounted on top. So although it's actually in the French tech tree, it is actually a German Arty that was built after the fall of France. Well, Zin's now aiming for the valley, and he's got two targets, an A20 and a Lux, going after the A20 first. But he changes his mind because there's an M7 right up on top of the hill, but unfortunately before he can get a shot in, it's killed. And there's a target he can go for, that's the Lego, which is a Swedish medium. Dialing in, and when he fires, and oh, it looks like it was a near miss. Lego's a tier 4 Swedish medium. Again, he fired, but he didn't fully dial in when he fired that shot. As a consequence, I think he missed. And again, he keeps pulling back after he fires, and he did kill the Lego this time. It looks like it turned sideways just before it was hit. Okay, going after this Wolverine. He's not fully dialed in yet. Rounds out. And another kill! This time he hit the Valentine. I needed to stick around to see that the Valentine appeared as a wreck after the shot landed. So we know he doesn't have to pull back. He just does it out of habit, I'm afraid. And well, it does cause problems because it means that we can't get all the information that we need from his shots. Well, that's one enemy tank that's not going to bother us again. The A20's down. Now he's aiming in the area where the Lux was last seen, but I doubt he's there now. More than likely he's moved away. If he is there, then one of our teammates might actually spot him, but which one's going to go up there first? Looks like it's going to be the M5A1 Stuart. In the meantime, his teammates are indicating the northeast corner of the map, and there's the Lux, and he's very low on hit points. Dialing in. You need to dial in on the Fifi to get accuracy, otherwise the shell could easily miss the target. Trying a leading shot. No, that was close, but not on the money. And the Lux has now stopped behind that wreck, but he stopped there to take a shot at the Stuart. And Zin fires around it, and he did get a hit, but he's left the Lux on only 2 hit points. And he's hiding behind that rock now. We can fire around in, and oh, we got him! That's a kill. So he's now got 3 kills in this game. Okay, pulling back behind the rocks. Doesn't really need to from protection from light tanks. He needs to do it to protect himself from Arty. Okay, up in the northwest corner, we've got a Wolverine. Fully dialed in, rounds out. Can he get this on target? Well, it's a near miss, but it was a good hit. Now remember, these shells can do 410 alpha if they can penetrate a target. So if he can get the shell through the hull, if it's a fairly weakly armed tank, he can wipe them out with one shot. Oh, lovely shot there on the Churchill. That was perfect. Fires around at the M3. It's moving quickly, but he still gets it. And that's 5 kills now. He's extending his aim again. KV-1, Wolverine and Sav M43 are all seen in that area. The trouble is that the only tank that's now between us and them is an Su-85 that's nearby. The Sav M43 just got killed by our Su-85. So that's good news. The only problem is the KV-1 and the Wolverine are more likely going to come from the other channels. So Sin is doing the smart thing. He's moving into the bush to give him a bit of extra cover. It's not like the bush mechanic as such, because he's only concealing himself. He's not actually going to fully conceal himself when he has to shoot. But there's a target he can shoot at, and that's the M37. Now, he could have extended the aim to that target straight away, but he's dialing in. Get ready. Rounds out. If this is on target, it's going to be a kill. And it is! Very lightly armed, the M37. So again, a shell through that vehicle was going to wipe them out. Oh, don't flip yourself over. You're needed. Just changing positions for the moment. It might be easier for him to fire from behind this rock at the enemy if somebody else is spotting. Still waiting for that Wolverine and KV-1. Here they come. So the Wolverine's coming in first. Lining up the shot, working out where he's going to go. He fires the round in ahead. Misses the target. But he's only got 19 hit points, so a near miss would be enough to take him out of the game. And remember, he's got a very fast fire rate. And a kill! That's 7. One more, he gets a Radley Walters, which I'm sure would be very pleased about. Just setting up for the KV-1. There's the KV-1, it's in sight. Ooh, big hit there from the Su-85. Everybody's raining shells in on the KV-1. Oh, tracked him. Or hit his tracks anyway. Didn't track him as such. I think it just damaged them. That's right on the money. On target, but not a complete kill. Can he get it with the next shot? Rounds out. It was a hit. 2 hits. You see, he didn't pull away. So we saw that those shots were right on target. Fires another one in. Oh, just beaten to the kill by the Su-85. But there's still one more enemy out there. And that's the T-82HMC on the enemy team. So it's not impossible for him to get a Radley Walters so long as he doesn't flip himself on his side. What are you doing? I think he has to take some remedial driving lessons sometime. Now the thing is that this tank is fairly easy to flip, funnily enough, and that's because it's fairly narrow. It's actually quite a heavy tank. It's over 30 tons. In fact, I think it's something like about 33 tons in weight. And that's a mistake that most light tanks forget about, you see, because they try to ram this tank to kill it. And of course, because they're in light tanks, and this is a heavy tank, they just crash against his hull and die in the process. And that's what we call bugs on the windshield. Okay, so he's looking for where the Arty might be. The T-82HMC's also got a 105mm gun. And it does help for him to get fairly close to the target. But because this is an encounter game, he's expecting the T-82HMC to come down to the cap to find out where the Su-85 is and try and shoot him face to face, or at least to get a reset. There he is! Now, we need to get this kill, and unfortunately the rock face is in the way, and oh! The Su-85 claims the kill, wins the game, but denies Sin a Radley Walters. That would have been so nice. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, only a second class tanker for Sin 1983, but I think that last kill might have made a difference and got him the Radleys. So, yes, he managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 9. He got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. And his win rate was 3815. Let's have a good look at team scores. 1,363 hit points of damage. It is the highest damage in the game. The next highest was the Su-85 with 1310, and he rather kill-stealed that Radley Walters, and unfortunately I suppose he owes Zin a beer for that one, because he didn't need to take that kill. He could have offered it to Zin and let Zin take it, but I think Zin did put himself in the wrong place because he was a bit restricted in that little spot, and he could have found a better place to be in to take shots at any enemy coming back to reset the cap. But when it came to kills, it was Zin with 7 kills, 4 kills goes to the SU-85 and 3 kills to the Churchill 3 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was the SU-85 who got the best with 816. Zin managed to get C738, and the next high score after that was the KV-222 with 547. The Lux managed to get a cool-headed in that game as well. Zin fired 20 rounds, got 8 direct hits and 5 penetrations and 10 splash. Damage of 1,363 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 7, and did 49 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 23,695 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 21,135. I know they're in the wrong columns, but that's because there was an error with the way that the video details or the replay details were recorded back then. He got 2 bonds, one for the high caliber, one for the top gun, and 738 XP times 2 for the first victory, 1,107 for completing the mission and events, and the total was 2,583 experience points altogether. Plus, of course, he got 443 for the being a premium vehicle. So it's a shame that it wasn't a Radley Walters. It might have actually been a first class if he'd actually got the Radleys with that last kill, but it wasn't to be on this occasion. But I think the thing is that when you're on a Radleys like that, it's find a good position that you can shoot at to get first shot on that target when it came to view, because obviously you were blocked by that wall. But the other thing is to ask the other team members, will you give me the Radleys? Because sometimes when they realise you are onto a Radleys, they will let you do it. And I've done that occasionally, and it does actually work. People can see what you've done, and they'll let you get that last kill to rack up the medal. So bad luck to Zin, but I'm sure you will get it on another day. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.